Hello, I'm Catherine Lyle, Medicine Woman, and we have another epic event coming up in Melbourne, the Sacred Ancestral Clearing and DNA Healing. So I thought today that I'd break it down for you so you know more about why exactly you're being attracted to watch this video or to come to this event. Once you buy a ticket, I need you to buckle up and hang on for the ride. I'm not kidding. You'll get it added to the Facebook group chat where I'll keep you informed of all the details. Prior to the event, you are supported energetically. And so what does that mean? I run my AO scan on the group, which is a bioresonance device, where I muscle test the programs required for the group. Last time, I think Inner Child came up for the group and Soul Retrieval. I also run the Clear and Shield programs on the device daily leading up to the event and advise people to take electrolytes, get good sleep, and get them to stay hydrated. It's really important. I also create a manifestation grid for the group using the Starlight Temple cards and working with Andromedan energy. I set a clear intention for the group when I do that so that manifestation is at its highest level and they get to see me do that on camera prior to the event. For most people, their subconscious packs the bags as soon as they book their ticket, ready to let go of all that baggage. So you'll start to notice things shifting and arising leading up to the event. These are some of my favorite stories, as well as the ones about family members that they tell me afterwards. They're really, really cool too. I open a sacred space before everyone arrives with a short ceremony of drumming, chanting, Palo Santo, sage, essential oils, and a singing bowl to ensure the container is safe, protected and empowered by the angels and elements of fire, water, earth and air, as well as all the intergalactic crew and all the powers that be. I then close space at the end once you leave. Once you sign in, you are anointed, yes, anointed with essential oils. Tea tree goes on the top of your head and on the inner elbow creases, which is the lung meridian points, to pluck out all the noise from your energy field so that you are not congested or disrupted. Tea tree is all about boundaries. And then you get frankincense on your third eye and wrists as it strengthens both intuition and spiritual connection. It also balances the nervous system, which is really important coming into these events. Morning tea is served upon arrival and a nutritious lunch is served at the end. I even make soup if I get myself organized. I am a Cancerian, so I love to nurture and feed people. That's my thing. You are asked to choose a seat when you come in as part of the circle. Around 20 people do this event each time, sometimes less, sometimes more. Underneath your seat is a dragon card, and that's the dragon that you're working with in the event. So every single time we hear a big groan when people turn over their dragon cards, a groan of acknowledgement, followed by laughter. Of course, it's that dragon, and for that purpose. We acknowledge that nothing is by accident as a group, and that you being here, the timing, the people that are sitting next to you, the oils, the crystals, the cards, the music, it's all for you in this moment. We set the intention for the day. I make sure that people know how serious I am about supporting the group in getting big outcomes for all that attend. There's no mucking around. We are especially releasing the stuff you don't want to let go of on some level or dimension. The stuff you are desperately hanging on to. The stuff that you can't seem to shift. And not just that stuff itself, but the sabotage and programming around hanging on to it. It is multi-level purging and it's time for you to release that. I get a verbal agreement from the group from everyone that they're okay with getting real and raw and vulnerable and messy, that none of this might not be easy or comfortable for anyone, but that it is going to get messy. It's already been messy leading up to the event, and that's okay. And it's going to be easy to let go of all of this. All right, so then we check in with everyone. We ask people to share, you don't have to, how they're feeling, as well as any cool stories about what's been going on in their life leading up to the event, or stuff that's already started to shift around family. We go through what the subconscious mind and conscious mind are, and how we are affected greatly by the fuckery that sits in the subconscious mind. Did you know that it makes up 95% of the mind? So all our experiences, memories, sabotages, beliefs. So then we go around the room and ask, out of 10, how confident are you that we can clear all of your stuff here today? And most people go safe and say 7. Some yell 10 to the rooftops, and there's always a couple of people that are below 5. So then we do a kinesiology balance on every single person. That's a one-on-one mini balance, checking that they're 100% on all levels and dimensions, that they're here and now in this body, in this room, and I muscle test all of this. All 12 parts of my being are aligned in true faith is another one. I am living totally in the now. The past gave me situations that I learnt and grew from, and the future is an unexpected glory. That's another one. We've got, if we get a no, by the way, for any of these statements, that's when I do the correction and the balance with energy work. Joel will be working there as well. Emotions and remedies are used as well. I'm ready to take action is another one. Can you imagine if you did this process and you weren't ready to take action, or you weren't in your body? We've seen a huge improvement in the 30 days post-event due to introducing this kinesiology balance into the event agenda. So we then check if it's safe for you to do the process today. We check water, hydration, dehydration. And the final check is this process can be integrated safely, gently, and easily. The biggest blockage to all of these has been hydration and electrolytes. Hence why we now get everyone to drink electrolytes in the days leading up to the event, and it makes a huge difference. I then check in again with the people that were below 5 or up to 7 on how confident they are that they can clear all of their stuff today. And the numbers dramatically improve once we do that work. So it's really cool. We then do a group grounding and clearing process to ensure that we don't have any extra visitors in the room, the spirits, etc. We then do a starlight temple meditation where we are working with the Andromedans. I'm calling them in. It's very, very powerful, and most people can hear or feel the shift in the room or the energy. My body goes nuts too, as usual, shaking and wiggling as it does. And since I've been working with Andromedan energy and these temple cards, my treatments and sessions are very different. The card that we pull out is also muscle tested, and it never fails to amaze me. We all go to the temple, and I get to speak and sing in Elven, which is really, really cool as well. So all of this isn't even the process yet. It's just all the extra bits that I throw in because ceremony and support is so important to me. We then start the first part of the process, right? So it's called the purging. It's a powerful 60-minute pour out and purge of all the things that you want to release, the things you want to get rid of. Experience of traumas, patterns of abuse, limitations around love and money all travel down generations via the DNA as cellular memory. So do negative emotions and limiting belief systems. So we're born with the cellular memory of our parents, our grandparents, great-grandparents, and up to 14 generations back. It's really cool. I've got a really cool video on this if you want it too. So if a particular pattern ran through the generations quite strongly, let's say for example abuse, then depending on the rest of our genetic makeup, we may either experience the fear and anxiety of that abuse despite never being abused ourselves, attracting people to reenact that pattern of abuse in our lives, keeping us locked in as a victim. Or we may even go on to reenact that abuse ourselves, being easily triggered into doing unthinkable things. All kinds of patterns, habits, beliefs, how we experience love, our beliefs around our own abilities to succeed or have money, our hidden gifts and talents, and so much more travel down through the DNA and can limit us or help us succeed, one or the other. So often we see patterns traveling down through the generations, like alcoholism, racism, anxiety, depression, mental health issues, limiting belief systems around weight gain or financial limitations. We quite often see multiple family members ending up with the same physical disease or issue. Dr. Bruce Lipton, famous for his study of epigenetics, has discovered only about 3% of genetic diseases and disorders are in fact genetic, and there's nothing you can do about it. The rest is the result of the biology of belief, or in other words, the result of our belief systems that create both our internal and external environments. And coming from a kinesiology and Chinese medicine perspective and background, we know that emotions are stored in particular organs in the body. For example, anger is in the liver and will wake you up between 1 and 3 a.m. The bladder holds anxiety and holding grudges, as the bladder is a water element and it's all about flow. It should be flowing. The lung is about grief and feeling overwhelmed, unable to breathe. So as you can see, I come at this from a somatic point of view, an extremely important methodology, if you ask me. So some of your beliefs, emotions, patterns, and programs can be so deeply embedded that we may not even be aware of them at all. They just cause ailments, weaknesses, and blockages in our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies without us being able to pinpoint why sometimes. So, for example, generations of famine or war and scarcity are showing up now as beliefs of scarcity at dinner times. For example, eat everything on your plate. There's starving kids in Africa. Those types of irrational fears which show up in future generations. Fear of drowning is another one. Phobias and irrational fears that get passed down the bloodline through your DNA. So the purpose of this procedure and this process is to create space to clear our genetic upline, so it's your parents, downline, kids, and sidelines, our cellular memory, and to repair our DNA. To clear all the traumas, the negative emotions, the limiting beliefs, the habits and patterns experienced by our ancestors that are held within our DNA and affecting us today. At this point, we silently exit the building with handfuls of paper and burn that shit. Right? It's super powerful. The fire burning ceremony is my favorite. I then take you through the actual process. So we're also clearing the karmic patterns of your lineage, and the ancestors are rejoicing at having this opportunity. Upon clearing out all the old, we make way for choosing what positive traits, habits, and beliefs we would like to install as we watch and experience our DNA repair itself. We go back to conception. We create a safe and sacred space to allow with the release of all our conscious and unconscious limiting emotions, beliefs, habits, and undesirable traits, releasing from us and releasing from our ancestors. We don't need to know everything that is releasing. We are using the intent and instruction that all dysfunctional and limiting genetic coding is being released. It's pretty big. I'm going to be putting you in a very relaxed meditative trance-like space. Like, it's not as deep as full hypnosis, but way more powerful than a meditation, for example. It's very similar to a shamanic journey, if anyone's had one of those, We call in all your ancestors, so everyone in spirit form and the higher self aspects of all your current family members that are alive. So everyone who is still with us, right? I will be taking you down into the sacred valley of your ancestors, and in the middle of the valley will be a beautiful campfire, and you, your family members, and all the ancestors will be gathered around that fire. So this is Mother Earth's transmutational fire that allows us to hand over all that no longer serves us. It's pretty cool. There'll be a giant vortex, like a big tornado, that is spinning through the valley, spinning through you and your family and your ancestors, pulling and collecting all the dysfunctional vibrations out of you and into the fire. It's a big removal process, and I'll be instructing the vortex to remove anything that is not of love and light. My favorite saying. We're removing all the old pain, trauma, negative emotions, limiting beliefs, contracts, cords, spells, curses, negative entities, dark lord energies, etc. It's very carefully and safely done. Then we need to heal the lineage and the land after such big work. So Archangel Metatron's silver rain cloud will come along and fill everyone up with beautiful healing silver rain. Then the galactic sun will shine golden light on everyone, activating their heart chakras and helping them to connect with their higher selves. Right? Getting it now? The reason for this is because even though this process heals through the whole lineage and the bloodlines, we do not guarantee results for other people that are not there, the other family members. Although we have seen so many miracle-like transformations occur, and this is for two reasons. It's all about free will. They're not here, they're not exactly knocking on your door or my door asking for help, saying, you know, they want to change. So they may not actually want to or aren't ready to do the work. We can do the most amazing clearing, removing all the old pain and trauma, but if they don't get their lessons, nothing actually changes. The purpose of this golden light activation is to give the family members the best possible opportunity to tap into their own innate wisdom and knowledge and get the wisdom of their lesson to come through for them. All right. So the beautiful sun and the rain will then create a rainbow, and all the beautiful colored energies of the rainbow will then flood the valley, filling everyone up with all the healing energies. So that's the ancestral clearing. That's for the whole lineage, and the rest is just for you. And this is where it gets really fun. You'll then go step into the fire. It's a safe, cleansing and transformational fire. You're not going to get burnt. And those flames will heal through your physical and energetic bodies. Through the glands, through the organs, the muscles, the bones, the chakras, the nadis, etc. Then in the middle of the fire, you will then see a blue vortex, and you will step into that vortex, and it will take you back to conception. Back to the time you were choosing your DNA, knowing what you know now, with the release of all of those limitations and the blessings of your ancestors. I'll then ask you what it is that you would like to install. So you'll be in a beautiful, blessed out, trance-like state, and you'll be writing down insights like normal, but the answers will be coming from the subconscious mind. So you're just going to allow all the new programs to come through. It's really amazing. And it's your opportunity to install all the things that you want to install, all the positivity, the new belief systems and habits. And as they come through, you'll actually be reprogramming your subconscious mind with the powerful new beliefs. And they will come through like an epiphany. I'll keep asking you, what else? What else? What else? I know everyone, because I want you to get lots of learnings come through. But after a while, you'll actually run out of things, and then we'll move on. We'll also be energetically healing the DNA here. So I'll be telling you to watch your DNA repair and reconstruct, glowing and glistening gold and baby pink, awakening the dormant light codes. And once we are finished back at conception, I'll then take you to meet your higher self, and then you'll ask your higher self some more questions, and those answers are really cool. Again, you'll just let that wisdom come through and write it all down. You'll also receive a gift from your ancestors whilst in this state, as well as a message from them that goes with the gift. And this bit feels spine tingling. The room is full of anticipation. It's really amazing. I'm then going to bring you back into the room and we'll go over your action plan for the next 30 days, where I support you in the Facebook chat. A lot of accountability there. There's also an opportunity to purchase one of my essential oil blends created specifically and muscle tested for this event. It's called Taking Action, and it contains 10 essential oils. It's really potent, plus some essences. It's all about ancestral healing and getting off your ass to take action. So the music on the day is all muscle tested and handpicked to invoke change. The oils in the room are muscle tested. The dragon cards, the Andromedan cards, it's all for you. So why wouldn't you want to do this? Why wouldn't you want to do this? I've done it so many times, both in a group and one-on-one. I've done it in person and I've done it online. And every event we get repeaters, and you may have seen some of their testimonials online about it. When you do this thing 2 or 3 times, that's when the huge changes take effect. So if you're ready to take your life to the next level, if you are being drawn to this healing event, and I know that you are, because you would not be watching this video otherwise, you might want to get in touch with me and book your ticket. I want you to make this happen for yourself. If not this date, the next one. It's really funny. There's a huge long list of people who have contacted me over the years who want to do this process. They keep messaging me about it, but they throw every excuse at it. The main one being money, the second one being that they can't make that date. And the funny thing is, these events are already locked in for the entire year in January. So set a date, get a babysitter, save some money, and make it happen. I look forward to hearing from you.